Hey guys, welcome back to another drawing video. Today I'm going to show you how to do this 4th of July foldable card. So it starts off like this, it just says Happy 4th of July with some fireworks, and then when you open it up there's a flag, some stars and fireworks. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff on here. This could be a really great gift for somebody for 4th of July or just a fun craft you can do with your family or friends. So make sure you have your paper, your drawing supplies. You probably want a pencil and an eraser for this one too. And let's get started. All right, so first of all, we need to fold our paper. And I have one underneath to make sure I don't make a mess, although it's kind of hard to see. First thing you're gonna do is you wanna fold it in half. Make sure those corners match up. That's a little hard to see on the white background, but there you go, fold it in half. And then you're gonna take each side, see here's the open part, each side, and you're gonna fold that in half as well, up towards the first fold. So the open side, you fold this back so that it touches the folded part. And then you're gonna take this side that we just folded and actually unfold it, because we just want the crease to be showing. And then we can start. So the first part of our card, now I am gonna write in Sharpie marker, but it might bleed through. So for you guys, definitely do pencil, but I know Sharpie's just easier to see in the video, so I'm just gonna do Sharpie. And we're gonna start by writing Happy 4th of July in bubble letters, or you can do any style of letter you want. One way that kind of helps to write a bubble letter, I'll do it for the first one, is to take a pencil first and just write the letter out regular, like that, and then trace around it to make your bubble letter. Now, once you practice a lot with bubble letters, you might not need to do it this way. I've practiced a lot. I love writing bubble letters. So I'm just gonna do the rest without the guidelines, but that's a way you can do it. But go ahead and write Happy 4th of July, any style of lettering you want. Okay. Now, if you watched me doing that and you want to see it again, definitely just keep pausing or replaying the video. I also have videos for how to make bubble letters, so I will link those in the description if you want help with that. But I know everyone might do their lettering a little different. So I have that part done, and now I'm gonna draw 2 or 3 fireworks. So pick any spot, draw a little circle, and you're going to draw, imagine a curved line, but then just draw dashes. So I'm gonna think about maybe adding like 4 or 5 kind of dashed curved lines. And if they go behind the letters, just kind of imagine where they would come out. Do one more. And I just like to space them out from each other. All right, and now we're ready to open this up. Okay, so this is some stuff that I'm gonna do in pencil first because there's so many overlapping shapes. It's just a couple things I'm gonna do in pencil first, and then I'll do Sharpie for everything else to be easier to see. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do some of those big stars first. So of course you could just draw the shape of a star, but that is kind of tricky. I like to do it this way. So upside down V shape. Then you go there, straight across, and then angle back. Now, the corners here are pointed. I'm gonna just kind of trace around them to make them more round. But drawing it out that way helps me a lot to make my stars look even, because honestly, stars are kind of tricky. I'm gonna draw my 2 small ones, but I'm gonna leave that one big one behind the flag for later. I also like to have them kind of facing different ways, like different angles. I think it just looks nice. And now I'm gonna draw my American flag. Also gonna do that in pencil first. Sorry, I keep moving my paper. So I'm gonna start with 2 straight lines for the pole, and I have it go behind my star. And just close off the bottom and top, and on top a little circle. And then for my flag, I'm gonna do a line that curves down and then back up. And I'm not gonna make it super, super wavy, but a little bit makes it look like it's blowing in the wind. And then go not quite halfway down your flagpole. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, you could, but I'm gonna go a little bit above halfway, and I try to make my curve down here exactly the same as the one up top. And then a straight line on the side. And now here's where you need to decide how you want your flag to look. So I did not make mine accurate. There's obviously not 50 stars, and there's not even 13 stripes, because it's kind of hard to do that, especially on a small drawing. So I'm not gonna make it accurate, but if you want to, you know, you can just look at a picture of a real American flag. But I'm gonna start with the blue square or rectangle first. So in the middle of this section, I am going to draw a line that curves to match the bottom and the top. But it doesn't go all the way. It stops right about here. And then straight up and down. Well, when I say straight up and down, I mean it is on an angle to match like the flag, but it's a straight line. There you go. And then I'm just gonna do my stripes however thick kind of seems good. And you want to match the curve of the top and bottom as best as you can. Again, I'm just doing however many stripes looks good. It doesn't have to be 13. Perfect. And for inside my square here, what I did is I just did 4 on the top, 3 in the middle, 4 on the bottom, so that they're a little bit uneven from each other. 3, 4. I'm doing that same style. I would trace the outside of these. If you really struggle with these stars, or you want to do all 50 but it's too small, you could just do tiny little white circles, and that would work too. Okay, now I'm gonna draw my one other star that's kind of behind, so I'm just gonna kind of, there we go. And I'm gonna switch to my Sharpie marker now. And I'm gonna quick trace just the outsides of these stars and my flag. All right, so now we've got that stuff traced. I'm gonna leave the pencil lines for now. We can deal with those later. And now we're gonna add some extra stuff. So let's add some of our firecrackers. So just pick a spot and start with a rectangle. And then add a triangle on top that's a little bit wider. And you wanna do a small rectangle at the end for the little stick. And I'm just gonna add a couple of these around. If you want to add some decorations, you could do some horizontal or diagonal stripes. You could add some stars. And then I'm going to add some little sparklers too. So 2 straight lines, and they can be anywhere. And then you do kind of like a little zigzag in a circle, if that makes sense. And then I have little dashed curved lines like our firecrackers, or our fireworks, I mean. Just coming out. I'm gonna do a few more. And then one thing I did just to kind of fill in some space on my first one was I looked for spots that seemed empty, like to me this is pretty empty, and I just added more fireworks. So again, you start with that circle and do those curved dashed lines. And just be careful to not go below this fold or above that one. I mean, if you do, it's not gonna look that strange, but it's nice to have that, you know, surprise when you open it that there's a whole extra picture. So I try to hide those things. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I could take some more time and maybe add more things to it. But my next step would be to erase everything and add my color. And I'm just gonna show you how I did the other one because it did take me a while. So let me move this aside. So here is how I colored in my first one. I had fun adding like stars and stripe patterns to my letters. And I used crayons and markers for some of it because for mine, I did use mostly just red and blue. So by using crayons and markers, you're able to kind of have these different shades of the two and not have everything look the same. And then when it's folded, it looks like that. And then when you open it up, it's a fun surprise. So just take your time coloring yours in, make yours any way that you want to. It's your picture, and then you can give it to someone as a nice gift for 4th of July. Well guys, I hope you had fun making your 4th of July foldable drawings with me today. I always love doing these foldable drawings, and I think this is a fun one. So I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend, and I will see you guys next time for our next drawing video. Bye!